Barrett with the Gimpy Camper. I'm coming at you today, going to talk to you about the Access Pass, the America's Beautiful Pass. I'm going to tell you what it is, how you get one, where you get it at, what benefits does it offer you. It's really a great program. There's a lot of different ways you can qualify for it, and we're going to go over that next. What is an America's Beautiful Pass? Basically, it's a pass that allows you discounts to go to national recreation areas. This includes all of these: national parks, national forest, the Bureau of Land Management, and the Bureau of Reclamation. So anything that's run by those groups usually accepts this pass. And what does that mean for us? So basically it means that if you're going to, say, a national park where they charge a fee based on your vehicle and the number, not the number of occupants, but your vehicle, then your pass will get you in there without any charge, usually. They do kind of vary from place to place. Now it says that if you go somewhere where the pass is paid per occupant, then yourself, being the pass holder, and 3 additional adults are covered under the price of the pass, so you wouldn't have to pay that. The other aspect is all children apparently can get into these places for free anyway. It's important to know that there are different types of passes, and with those different types there's also different prices. The one that I have is called the Access Pass. It's basically for handicapped individuals. You can see the symbol right here. So it is free, I think. I read online that it said $10, but I don't think I had to pay for this. They are a little bit harder to get. You got to look online and see where you got to go, so because you have to show your proof of disability in order to get it. Then there's an annual pass. The annual pass is $80 a year, and anybody can get that. But you got to look through these and see if you qualify for any of the discounted ones, because that's where it's at. If you're a senior, 62 and over, you can get a senior pass. Now there's 2 different senior passes. The first is a lifetime pass. That pass is $80, one-time fee for a lifetime. And then there's an annual senior pass. And the annual senior pass is currently $20 a year. But if I understand correctly, after the 4 years, so it'd be the same $80, then it's transferred to a lifetime pass. So they don't penalize you for paying annually. And that's good for people on a fixed income, obviously. There's also a military pass, so anybody that's military can get in. Now the caveat here is they don't have a program for veterans, which I wish they did. But they do have this military program, but you have to be active in order to get that. You have to show your military card. And then for anybody that likes to go camping with youngins, and you have elementary school kids, I think they just had to pick a random age so that they could try to include everyone without, giving it all away. And so they have a 4th grader pass. So if you have a 4th grader, then you can qualify for an annual pass. And like I say, kids are always free, but this gives you the same benefits from what I understand. That's pretty great. Questions: where do you go to get the pass? And that varies. These passes are offered from all of these different agencies I told you that they were at. They do have a universal website called US Park Pass, and it's really easy to find. Now what's not so easy is for those specialized passes. A lot of times you do have to go to special places. And there's a PDF form which I'll try to link in the comments. It breaks it down by state and shows you where they are. The place that I actually went to, I live in Southeast Tennessee, and the U.S. Park Service, not the U.S. Park Service, the U.S. Forestry Service has an office building in Cleveland, Tennessee. And, that's pretty close to where I live, so I just went down there. It took me about 10 minutes. Got me a pass. Now I do recommend calling some of these places because a lot of these places aren't staffed all the time. But I would call before you go. And it was relatively painless. I gotta say, it's pretty good. Last things that I want to mention in this video is what benefits does it actually give you, and is it worth it? I'll start by saying that if you're have a handicap and you can get the access pass, it's obviously worth it because it's very little money for a lifetime pass, and even if you only use it a couple of times, you're not out anything. You know, if you have to pay the full price, which is $80 a year, and you have a lot planned, or you live in an area where you're going to use it a lot, then yeah, it's probably worth it. But at the same time, if you know you're not going to be around these national recreation areas, but maybe once through the year, then it's probably not worth it, right? You know, like I said, the main thing that they advertise is the national park entry fees. So, you know, like I said earlier, if it's paid for by the vehicle, it gets your vehicle and everybody in it for free. And if it's paid for by the occupant, then it gets you and 3 adults, and all the children are always covered anyway. So, you know, as far as benefits for me that I've used it for, there's a lot of national forest recreation areas around here for swimming and stuff, and they charge $3 a visit, which isn't bad. It's really cheap to go spend a day with your family for $3 for a carload. But problem in today's day and times, I never have $3 in cash on me. So this does cover the fees for that. It also covers camping fees in the national forest and some other places too, but this is where I'm close to, so it's what I can tell you about. Now the caveat for that is national forest campsites around here are pretty cheap. They're among the cheapest of anywhere around, usually have electrical hookups. Now the problem is, like my favorite area, you can look at our video, my favorite local area here is Chilhowie. You can look at that video. At Chilhowie, they have camping for $20 a night for, it's not full hookups because there's not a sewer hookup, but there's not water either, but there is water spouts around the area. And so, but you have electricity for $20 a night. Now, me being El Cheapo, I started looking at this and I was like, well, if I use this card, it says for National Forest camping, you can get 50% off. 50%. Some places offer free camping from what I've seen, just with this benefit, not have free camping all the time. But the fine print about the 50% off is that's not for premium campsites. And they, at recreation.gov, consider anything a premium campsite if you have electricity, from what I understand. Now, so that means that I could have camped at Chilhowie for, I think it was like $5 or $10 a night without electricity. Where it's like 90 degrees, which is okay because I have a generator. However, common sense says if it's only $20 a night, you're going to spend more than like $10 a day in gas. So just spend the money and stay in the regular spot. Now that being said, this is helpful with that because it at least takes the registration fees off of the recreation.gov. You know, nothing comes out and says exactly the exact benefits that you get with these things. You just got to kind of play around with them and see what the different agencies will do for you. But it's worth a shot, especially if you're in it for the 4th grade pass, which is free because you got a 4th grader, or the disability pass, or the senior pass, because it's still not a lot of money out of pocket, especially if you do the annual one. So that's where I'm at. Now I will say the problem that I've had every time I've tried to use this thing on recreation.gov is, where do you put your little number? You know, there's a number on here and you got to put that in the system for it to give you your discount. But the thing is none of them say like access pass. I'm actually going to pull that up here in a second and we're going to go over that. That way it can help you out, because I always have to fool with it for like 5 minutes to get it to work. So that's what we'll do. Went back to it. It wasn't as confusing. I don't know if it got more used to it or they changed their system around a little bit, but it's the option that's pointed to here that says intra-agency access pass for the disability pass. And here's an example of the discount that it took off. Like I say, I'm just not exactly sure how it comes to this amount, but it's a discount, so I'm not going to argue with it, right? So you can see here that it says that there's $20 for electrical hookups and $20 for camping fee. So it's $20 a night for the site, so a total of $40. They do have a reservation fee of $8, and it gives me $10 off. I don't know how it gets to that $10, but like I say, I'm not going to argue with it because it gives me $10 off. So that's essentially how it works. If you got any pointers on that, then shoot them down in the comments. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you care about what we're doing here. Thanks.